sponsored by International Vision Investment. Your first fighter to enter the ring from the USA, Waylon Lowe.
Absolutely nothing wrong with little Leonard Skinner, folks. Waylon Lowe, the American, 15-7, 34 years old, savvy veteran, been around the sport a long time. He's fought in the UFC, Bellator, World Series of Fighting, XFC International. He's been fighting since 2006. He was a contestant on the 9th season of The Ultimate Fighter. This is also his second appearance in Abu Dhabi Warriors. Picked up a unanimous decision over Matuz Tiorchik back in March at Abu Dhabi Warriors 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second fighter to enter the ring from Montenegro, Bakocevic.
Bakocevic makes the walk for the second time here in the Abu Dhabi Warriors promotion. 21-8-1, the 26-year-old out of Montenegro. 8 career knockouts, 7 submissions, 5 decision victories. He's also fighting in also making his second appearance. Him and Waylon Lowe both fought in the last Abu Dhabi Warriors card in March. He's a steely-eyed fighter from Montenegro, but he does have some personality. Back in his last victory, was dominating David Bakocevic and actually played up to the crowd while he had him in mount, putting his hand behind his ear to get a pop from the crowd. So he's got some personality to him, likes to have a good time when he's in there scrapping.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing these two Abu Dhabi Warriors once again. Your fighter standing in the blue corner. He is 34 years old and weighed in at 74 kilograms with a record of 15 wins, 7 losses. Representing the USA, he is Waylon Lowe. And standing across the ring in the red corner, age 26 years, weighing in at 72.4 kilograms, with a record of 21 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw. Representing Montenegro, he is Bakocevic. Your referee in charge of the action, Dimitri Sasanov.
This fight is at a catch weight, folks. Waylon Lowe weighed in at 74 kilograms. Bakocevic weighed in at 72.4, just about over 160 pounds. Both fighters scrappy, both can wrestle. Bakocevic, the southpaw, in the black and red. Waylon Lowe in the white, black, and camouflage.
Waylon's got great boxing, Michael, but Vaso is intimidating, and he improves with every fight. I think he just hurt his shin there with that low kick.
Certainly looked like it. And how about the wrestling pedigree of Waylon Lowe? He's trained at the Olympic Training Center. It's where he met Matt Lindland back in the day, what got him into MMA. Two-time state finalist in high school, won a state championship, the pedigree goes on and on, won a national championship in college at the University of Findlay in Ohio. Strong wrestling pedigree.
Yeah. To summarize, I think it's unquestionable.
Yeah.
But, Vaso is... he's not unfamiliar with a little bit of wrestling, but, Waylon's told me before, everybody thinks he's a wrestler. They judge him as a wrestler. They keep talking about a wrestler, and he wants to show people he can strike.
And just like clockwork, we talk wrestling, and he lands the takedown, but pops back up.
Yep.
And Lowe's an excellent counter striker, too.
Yeah, he's got good head movement. He's quick. He's stocky, so you can see how powerful he is with that muscularity. Vaso changing stance. He's being a bit awkward, keeping his distance.
And I was saying before you made the announcement before, Grant, these guys in the main card have to be nervous. Every fight has been a finish. They got to be back there going, how am I going to top this?
They've all got their own way of psychological preparation.
Oh, big right hand. Looked like more of a slip by Bakocevic. Yep. He waved and said, nope, I'm not hurt. It's just a slip.
It was a glancing blow, but he's ended up in a compromising position. That's the problem.
Yeah. And both fighters have excellent top control games and excellent ground and pound, folks.
Yeah, both have got great ground and pound, but I would say that Waylon really has the power advantage on the ground with his strikes.
Heavy pressure by Lowe. A lot of underhooks and hand fighting as they try to get control, and Bakocevic trying to hip out. Working that butterfly. He's back to half guard now. And half guard is fine for Lowe. He'll sit there and tee off on you.
Some nice little knees. It wouldn't surprise me if Waylon doesn't stand back up shortly, if he doesn't have much more success on the ground.
Flirted with his instep for a second to try to get mount, but quickly went back to half guard.
Saying that if they don't make any progress, the ref will stand them up anyway.
Sasanov's been a little more patient than earlier in the card.
Yeah, like I say, early on in the rounds, early on in the fight, Sasanov will give the fighters more chance to work down there. When he knows they're exhausted, he knows the fight isn't going to be explosive and take off any second.
Sasanov admonishing Lowe for the blow to the back of the head, accidental. He lets them continue. Bakocevic's feet just under the ropes there.
Yeah, if Waylon gets a guillotine here...
They're going to move him back into the center. And
no, it's going to start them standing up.
Excuse me, stands him up. Just over a minute left in the opening round. So far this evening, Abu Dhabi Warriors 3, 6 fights, 6 finishes.
You could see the difference in level as well, Michael. You know, these guys, they're working hard, but their cardio, they're not even breathing that heavy towards the end of this round. Both world class. It was disappointing for Waylon. He came off a really good victory here last time at Abu Dhabi Warriors 2. Went to Bellator and lost by submission. Very disappointing, but he's come back and he must be hungry, you know.
Yeah, he's a savvy veteran of the sport. Handles himself well. He's fought in the UFC. He was a contestant in the Ultimate Fighter. Looking to pick up, get back on the winning track here and pick up his second win in Abu Dhabi Warriors 2.
And what's great, both these guys are real characters as well. Vaso, the pit bull, as he calls himself. Waylon looking to pass here if he pulls that other leg out. Last 10 seconds of the round.
Trying to pass them out here, can't get it. Bakocevic on the defensive as we end the near of round 1 here. And there's the bell in round 1. How about that? We've actually made it to a second round. If you like.
Yeah, I'd give that first round to Waylon, but it's still anybody's fight. It's good actually to see I refereed some of Bakocevic's early fights, and his cardio was an issue back then.
There's some action from the first round. Excellent job to get the takedown there. Nice hip movement, went in, was sort of half throw, half takedown there by Lowe. What adjustments do you think Bakocevic needs to make for the second round?
Well, you know, he doesn't want to get into wrestling range. You saw it early on in the he was keeping his distance. You can see the corner there. He's got a lot of ice on that right shin. Like I said, I thought he injured that early on in that round with a low kick. It was a shin-to-shin blow. Whether that's going to affect his striking as we enter the second round, we're yet to see. But, you know, we watch these guys. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position, but you want to see them commit a bit more, open up and land some damaging techniques.
And we can get a good glance. It looks like his right shin on the bottom top of his foot is a little bit swollen, Grant. Over by his ankle area. Looks a little bit purple.
Yeah.
And here we go, folks. Second round. Bakocevic and Lowe. Right kick on the body lands for Bakocevic.
Yeah. He's very ready to move out of range as soon as Waylon creeps in.
And Lowe was pushing for the takedown the first round. Now he seems a little bit more tentative, a little bit more tactical in the opening of round two.
Even though he's short, I've seen Waylon really be effective with a stiff jab in the past.
Lowe on the single, not going to get it against a wrestler like that. Lowe easily defends, passes over, back into half guard. It's like rinse repeat of round one right here, Graham.
I mean, that was great from Waylon Lowe, wasn't it? Avoiding that.
Excellent sprawl, excellent scramble, and back in a top dominant position.
It's interesting. You wonder how the connoisseurs of the sport can see exactly what's going on and the skill involved with the takedowns and the control on the ground. But you know, the new people to the sport might not appreciate what's going on.
And I don't agree with that stand-up. What do you think, Grant? He was working. Waylon had him in a dominant position and stands him up.
That was a bit premature. Yes, I'll agree.
Against the ropes.
Interesting. Both fighters looking for takedowns now.
And we should really touch on it for the fans, Grant. The difference between a cage and the ropes as far as handling a wrestler and handling takedowns.
Do you know? It depends what you're training for. You should train specifically for whichever environment you're fighting in. Wrestlers can push a fighter across the cage, and once you get them to the other side, there's nowhere to go. You can pick an ankle, get a single, get a double, you know, pummel for those underhooks. I think it's a lot easier for a wrestler in a cage to manipulate your opponent for a takedown.
And also on the bottom, you're losing that ability to shrimp over and get back to the wall and inch yourself back up to standing too.
Yeah. And again, you know, if you're on the bottom and you're up against the cage, there's a lot of things you can do. Push your legs against it, you know, walk up it and get a sweep, get a reversal. There's lots of factors that are different here.
And Lowe, he's got the position he wants again. He's in half guard, but he's very, very conservative with how much he attacks. I don't know if he's conserving energy or he just wants to wait to get a good solid blow as opposed to several, but it seems and you're not going to be able to stay there against Sazonov. He's already proven he's going to stand him, and he stands him again.
Yeah, let's see. I mean,
and a bellowing cry by Bakocevic.
Maybe this is going to force him to start opening up. I'd like to see Lowe just, you know, open up with that jab. He's got a great jab, great head movement.
Yep, another telegraph takedown, easily sprawled and defended by the wrestler. If you're going to land a takedown on Lowe, you got to do better than that.
Yeah, but they both got better stand-up than this.
Yes, agreed. And Lowe's going to have to be more active here because they're going to stand him up again. Bakocevic, if he's smart, he knows this, and he's already doing it. He's tying him up, and he's trying to get the stand-up. Reached briefly for an underhook, but with a base like Lowe, he's not going to be able to sweep him with an underhook there. Looks like he's flirting with the neck. Bakocevic tucks in.
Lowe's not making much effort to pass.
Great recovery to full guard.
Yeah. Bakocevic asking his corner how much time is left. Whether that means he's feeling the pace, I don't know.
Just over a minute. And a conversation going on. It's kind of comical. Bakocevic on the bottom talking to his corner like they're one room away from each other, asking where the remote is.
Makes you wonder whether he's got a game plan to take it into the third round and then up the pace.
Lowe at the front headlock. Into the ropes directly in front of me and Grant. 40 seconds left in the opening round. Bakocevic egging Lowe on to punch him directly in front of me and Grant.
Like I say, both real characters.
Just under 20 seconds remain here.
Yeah,
Bakocevic egging him on, trying to punch him.
Cheeky little elbow from Waylon Lowe.
Yeah, snuck a little illegal elbow in there. That's against the rules. Shimada didn't do anything about it. And Bakocevic is going to ride. He's going to tie him up and ride out the rest of this round, and we're going to head to round 3.
It's an intriguing fight, Michael. I thought it was going to be a lot more explosive than this. It's easy for us to say what they should be doing while we're sat here. But I'd really like to see them both unload with some of their stand-up in this final round. You know, they're both better than they're showing, but they're not committing, maybe because, you know, when you commit, you leave yourself open sometimes.
And we take a look at some of the action from round 2. Here's towards the end of the round. Bakocevic egging him on, Lowe connecting on a few short blows. Didn't really do damage, but they did land. There's the beautiful Tamara. As we head into round 3 here. When I first saw based on their last 2 performances, Grant, I really thought, like you said earlier, that this was going to be more action-packed. I didn't think it would, even though the wrestling pedigree, I thought it would have forced both of them to get more of a sprawl and brawl kind of deal.
Yeah. But you can get, you know, you get some fantastic looking matchups on paper, and then the 2 fighters nullify each other and cancel out each other's good points. But I'll be interested, and it wouldn't surprise me in this final round if Bakocevic doesn't up the pace and start unloading now that he's tired out Waylon a bit.
You have to think Bakocevic down on the scorecards 2 rounds to none.
Yeah, he's got to do something now. Yeah.
Here's the bell in round number 3.
Here we go. Different stance as he comes out, looking to strike.
Ooh, just missed that spinning back kick.
Maybe that was his game plan.
Outside leg kick lands for Bakocevic.
You see him crouch down like this, and he unloads with a big overhand right. But again, goes for the takedown.
Goes for the takedown, and against the guy again. We've already, Grant and I have reiterated it, such a tough wrestling background. If you telegraph a takedown, Lowe's going to see it from a mile away. And once again, rinse and repeat. Deftly sprawls, defends. Now he's back in the same position that he's been in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but you know, even if you don't telegraph it against someone of Waylon Lowe's pedigree, you're not going to have much success.
And you got to wonder the advice they gave him in the corner, because the strategy didn't work in the opening 2 rounds, and he pulled the same strategy in the 3rd round, and the clock is ticking on him. He needs a finish most likely to win this round. Would you agree?
He's got to do something. I mean, he's 2 rounds down, so as you say, he's got to either really dominate and get a 10-8 round, which isn't going to happen, or he's got to finish Waylon Lowe. The only way I can see him finishing, he's stood up.
And Lowe easily transitioned to side control.
He's looking for a Kimura.
But Bakocevic recovered the half guard. He does have the 2-on-1, and looks like he does have it locked.
Is he powerful enough
And Lowe is smiling at him. You can see it on the monitor. His back's turned to us, but he's smiling at him. Bakocevic wants a brawl, and there's the stand-up by Sazonov. Looks like he's going to have to go berserker here. Under 3 minutes left.
Half a round left. Let's see some fireworks, guys.
And Lowe's a veteran. He's going to stick to what works. He's not going to do anything careless here. He wants to pick up the W.
Yeah, and he'll know that he's 2 rounds ahead. You can see. Oh, that was a...
Grabs the front headlock, moves in for the double against the corner. Thought maybe he'd get him on the ground off the carom, off the corner, but...
Here's exactly what we were saying earlier, Michael, about the difference between a ring and a cage. You know, if this was in a cage, Waylon would have got that takedown easy.
And there's another takedown. Got to be probably the 5th or 6th one in this fight. And we've hit the 2-minute mark here, and Lowe back in business. He's inside the guard, but full guard, half guard, it hasn't mattered for Bakocevic. It's all bad news.
Yeah, it's bad news from the judge's point of view, but nothing really damaging happening down there. Both of them been avoiding strikes, avoiding damage, but you can guarantee in the judge's eyes, Waylon Lowe is ahead 2.5 rounds up to now.
And he's pushing to the instep to get the mount, can't get it.
Vasyl Bakocevic is going to be disappointed with his performance tonight, guaranteed about that.
And Bakocevic, to echo your sentiments, he has shown good defense on the bottom as far as avoiding big strikes, but he hasn't shown good defense to find a way to get back to standing. Lowe gets on top, and he's held him everywhere he's wanted him throughout the contest.
The last minute of the fight.
Another sprawl by Lowe, and again,
I don't understand Bakocevic's tactics there.
this has just been basically a wrestling clinic in mixed martial arts for 3 consecutive rounds for Lowe. He's back into half guard. Just over 30 seconds left, folks. Looking like Waylon Lowe's going to pick up his 2nd win in a row here in Abu Dhabi Warriors over Vasyl Bakocevic.
Yeah, come on, guys. 20 seconds to go. Let's get busy. Let's give the crowd some excitement.
He's a character, huh? Vasyl calling for punches. He's been talking the whole fight pretty much.
Man, given the right opponent, he's absolutely fantastic entertainment. Both of them are.
Few seconds left, and Lowe's going to ride this out on top and most likely pick up his 16th career victory. The streak has been broken. The first 6 fights of the night, all finishes, folks. The first fight of the night to go to the judges' scorecards. Judges are tallying up their scores right now. And most likely we're going to hear a unanimous decision, probably 30-27 score for the 9-year veteran Waylon Lowe.
Fighters to the center of the ring, please.
And we go to Grant Waterman for our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of Abu Dhabi Warriors mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And we have a unanimous decision in favor of your winner. From the USA, Waylon Lowe.
No No surprise there, folks. Unanimous decision win for Waylon Lowe. As he gets congratulations from Managing Director Lubomir Gujev. Nothing fancy, just good, well-rounded mixed martial arts and excellent wrestling over the course of 15 minutes to pick up his 16th career victory. Great performance by Waylon Lowe.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner from the USA, Waylon Lowe. He gave us a bit of an emotional speech the last time he was here. You know, Waylon, that was hard work. 3 rounds. You know, I thought you were going to make a bit more effort with your stand-up, but the fight sort of was dominated on the ground.
Yeah, we had planned on doing elbows on the ground this time. Everybody understands my boxing, but they don't understand that I'm a high-level wrestler and I grapple when the world's in grappling and everything, but we got here and no elbows. But, you know, I can do more next time. I pulled through, you know, and I just want to thank you guys. This means the world to me, being here. There's no other organization I'd rather fight for, and I love you guys. And all the time on the computer and at our local library, I'm reading a lot about the culture here. And my neighbor speaks Arabic, and I'm learning a tad, and I want to come back and make you guys proud. Thank you so much.
I think you'll agree, Waylon, Abu Dhabi Warriors really does take care of the fighters in a big way. Unlike other organizations, we look after people who fight for us.
Yes, that's what I tell everybody. I say, it's amazing, just everything is so class, and I just can't, the morale and the integrity of all the community here is impeccable. I brought my best friend here, and I was like, you just gotta come with me and see it. And it really is just, I mean, God has blessed this place and the people. I see it through the spirit, and I love you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Waylon Lowe.
It's in your soul.